Oh, we can play it in the browser. Here's a link. I don't know how to do Commodore. Run to list. Okay, what? Is this a numpad? Press it on the numpad? No. No. Basic. There we go. Is this it? This is a DOS game though. This is the Commodore. So it's possible the Commodore is better. Oh yeah, this shit's playing way too fast. Oh, this is so boring. No votes on the game. Somebody do all this the last work of all this. Somebody else do this. Hey Jacob, I got a late start today. I did not want to get going on this. I'll redo the poll. Basically, okay, so the two game ideas that I'm rolling around in my head for the next jam, the 30-day thing, this idea of just doing a game every 30 days and figuring out which one's good, is either a robot designer / programmer game, robot developer, home automation robots, right? So like a Roomba or whatever, and it's like, it would be a game where you earn money or parts that you can then reprogram and add on to, and then there would be a programming element to it where you're coding. It would be probably a visual programming, like a node-based programming thing, and you have different challenges to try and create behaviors for the robot to do a good job cleaning a room or something like that, like you developed a cleaning algorithm. And so there's that idea, and it would be different robots over time. It would get more and more, like it wouldn't just be the Roomba, it would be like other kinds of challenges and stuff for creating robots that do different things. And the other idea is a murder investigation game that involves specifically around genetic genealogy, which is you get the DNA of the killer and you do basically you check public records for distant relative matches that are close to it, and then you start to unravel, okay, is somebody in this family tree, right? And so then you're investigating each person in the family tree. Like you can eliminate, process of elimination. Some of them are like, well, they weren't even born yet, so it's like it couldn't be them, and you're trying to narrow it down based off of a partial match of a killer. So, you know, the good kind of detective. Not fucking cops, but people who actually help and solve crime. So you get to experience what that's like. Kind of like Guess Who? Yeah. I mean, a little bit. It would be, so the first game I'm describing would be like a Zachtronics style game, right? So it'd have like the Zachtronics loops. And the other game would be more like Lucas Pope, like Papers, Please or Return to Obra Dinn. So the hard part about that, I would probably in the 30 days, I would have one murder and one like family tree stuff sorted out. And then there would actually be a lot of writing involved in that one. I would have to create, I'd have to create quite a lot of writing for it to work. And the problem with streaming it is everyone would kind of know the twists and all that stuff. Unless I figured out a way to develop it without showing all of it. Like if I did part of it offline. So I wouldn't really be able to use you guys as testers. What's your confidence in Rich Steve? I don't know, but it would be interesting to see what I could do. The writing would be more like newspaper clippings and it would be all kinds of stuff, but it wouldn't be like you were interviewing people. So it'd be like microfilm and stuff like that. You'd have to find probable cause, you know, because eventually, like, you either have to exhume a dead body because the person that you think did it is dead, so you have to have probable cause to be able to do that, Or they're alive and you know, it's like, okay, well, you know, this is a cold case. This was like 30 fucking years ago. Now you're having to like figure out. So I don't know exactly how the gameplay would flow. That's the part where, do we make it so that you're a dumb player and you're trying to interview a 6-year-old for a crime that happened 20 years ago? Do we actually let that happen? Do you get fired because you're just a dumbass at that point? Or is the game scoped in such a way where part of it is you making adolescence? Boyhood. It's the Boyhood video game. It takes place in real time. You play as a boy over 30 years. Yeah, exactly. So if you start now, he'll graduate. He'll graduate in 18 years. You come back and you haven't played it in like weeks and he's like malnourished and starving because he hasn't eaten. Yeah. I'm sorry. This is so important. He's like family. My kids love him. He came to my wedding. Invited him to my wedding. Do we just go start again? Start game? Do we just do that again? Start game, stage reset. I think we just do start game. All right, we're gonna make the timer shorter. Dude, I have a mosquito bite in my thigh and I keep itching it and I really should stop. But I can't. I can't stop. Won't stop. There was a paper sheet you made notes on while playing the game. I'll have to see if I can find it printed out. I think the Zachtronics one probably sounds more engaged in what I'd guess as more interesting for both of us. And you. But if you feel the passion for an investigation game, that is cool also. I'm trying to debug where I've messed up my level generator. I'm so close. Isn't there a new Zachtronics that came out? I don't know. Probably. Watch, it's the exact same fucking idea. Gotta hook the button up. Assertions are great. Means there's a market. Yeah, he just cut one out for me. Imagine that. Brazil, go! All right, representing Brazil this time.
I'm a dang rotisserie chicken.
I'm a dang rotisserie. Shut your mouth! I'm trying to start the game. All right, we got 30 seconds. So we gotta let the game go down. Oh, let's reset some things. We're gonna clear some things out. So if we collect stuff, ooh, the new controls are good, but I need the coyote time.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Woohoo!
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba.
Yeehaw!
All right, we'll let it run out now. Let's just go somewhere crazy. Oh, we're not resetting the player position. Oh, so this might work, but we'll end up somewhere totally wrong. Eggums. My wife brought me Eggums. I can't hear you. Hang on. What? Did you see the thing I sent you?
Ooh.
Is this accurate? What's wrong? Oh, how did that happen?
Oh.
Oh no. Oh man. Okay. Hey. Oh, he's in the chair too. Dangling? Oh, giggling. Mm-hmm. Right. All right, so it's as I suspected. We have this previously freed thing. Previously freed. Try again. It's an unofficial new Kaizen factory story. This looks extremely Zachtronics. Oh, damn. Puzzle automation game from the original Zachtronics team set in the 1980s in Japan. Design and build and optimize production lines, create iconic products like calculators, camcorders, and arcade machines. Oh, well, this is basically what I was imagining. Kind of the thing I was... Fuck! It wouldn't look like this. No, it's not... Yeah, it wouldn't... The grid is nice, though. That solves a lot of problems. Man, the GUIs they do are so cool. That's cool. It's doomed! Jacob. That's it. Call it. DOA, brothers. I love that showing country flags. What do you got?
I'm dizzier than a June bug in a mason jar.
I somehow managed to make a game that's basically has zero like political message, and just by adding pick a country flag, it suddenly is like all you can think about is like current political stuff. It cracks me up. We need coyote time. New controls are okay, but we don't have coyote time on inputs, so it wigs out. Okay. Gate, current value. For collectibles. So we're not seeing... Let me get that background music paused. Hey! What do you think you're doing? That's not the Jeremy Shepherd I bore and raised. Excuse me. Thank you for just sniffing, but still, getting awfully close to that food, brother. He's going in his room like he's being punished. Yo team, what's up? Gonna add the lurk mob bomb while I make my pixel art. Nice. Making memes and crushing dreams. Seems like he got your talent for inappropriate extreme pranks. I'm terrified. So my son had the unprovoked had an idea to just call for help outside and then hide. And my mom, his mom, my wife, got a scraped knee running around, rushing around trying to find him. Probably thinking he got kidnapped. So that is absolutely a prank I would play. And I'm really sorry, honey. I don't know where he got that from because I did not teach him that. I feel like my pranking has dissipated as I've gotten older.
I'm a dang rotisserie chicken.
Okay, so this is all... Yeah, man! Fear the Caribbean! So you can press and hold to go forward now, guys. You happy? Sons of bitches. There's still some jank to this, though. He's just performing a food quality control check. Brazil!
I'm a dang rotisserie chicken.
Damn right you're a rotisserie chicken. You're my rotisserie chicken, babe. But before, hold up. Gotta set these breakpoints in. Then we gotta get some stuff collected. Go! You're gonna have to grab more time. Go! Get that 30 seconds. Get it! Oh shit!
Yeehaw!
Get the 30 seconds, you dumbass! No!
Woohoo!
Ah! Alright. Cue free. Trying to assign value of type collectible to a type of collectible path. Ah! I see the problem. There's just gonna be a bunch of nodes in here, bruh. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, let's
I'm dizzier than a June bug in a mason jar.
Da, 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 da. Okay, so it wiped everything out, but it didn't replace it. Okay, we're getting there. Sorry guys, I know this is a little, let me turn the music down for you bros, how about that? We're just getting the stage reset code going. So we're working on that. We'll represent Deutschland.
I'm a dang rotisserie chicken.
Alright, there we go. Go fast. Alright, we'll let the time run out. Are the bouncing boats a feature or a bug? So far, feature. I've wanted to change it, and I'm getting too many people liking it. This has become a very divisive game, somehow. But no, the controls are the hardest part right now to get right. Alright, try again. We got our breakpoint set up. No, okay, give us a second here. We'll set the brakes. Them's the brakes. Alright, and we'll go ahead and say try again. Bonnie entered previously freed. Invalid access to key or property. Body entered previously freed. Let's see. Game. Stage. Gates. Previously freed. What the hell would free... What would free it up? Stage reset, choose country, volume change, start game, time's up. Update high score, show high scores. That's all we do on time's up. What are we talking about? Previously freed. Well, fine then. We just won't disconnect. How about that? Did it reset? Negative, Ghost Rider. So we didn't hit these. Let's go again. Yeah. I'm not sure that we're gonna have like getting hit as like a thing, but we could. It's so hard to control the player already that I think introducing that is just too much of a punishment. You know what'd be a fun game is, you know those videos of people going down the slalom stuff with the cars and they have like a brake on it and then there's a dumbass kid behind you that doesn't brake and slams into you and then you get in trouble? That would be fun. Pretty easy to build that. We call it Don't Be a Dick. Error connecting the gate. Error 31. We'll do No Country this time. No Country for old cricket.
I'm a dang rotisserie chicken.
That's cool.
Mr. D-Boy with the raid. What's up? Thank you so much.
Yeah, cool. You think it's cool?
Woo!
It's not cool.
We're debugging our game right now, just trying to when time runs out, we're trying to get everything to reset like nothing happened. So we're just kind of getting all of our ducks in a row for that to happen. Give me just a second, I'll give you a shout out. Oh! How's your stuff coming along? You released yesterday. What the fuck?
Ooh.
Wait, I'm confused. I thought you were doing early access. Is that what you're talking about? Invalid parameter. Error connecting gate area. Invalid parameter. Let me stop the music here. We're in early access. Okay, I thought you were already in early access. Put the link in here. Put the stuff in the Whoozy. Oh my god, there's babes. Hell yeah, there's babes. I promised babes. We got babes. There it is. If you haven't seen this, let me show you. Thank you for the raid, everybody. Thanks for coming in. We're working on a 30-day game jam. How's the performance stuff coming? I'm gonna hide my face. Whoop. Just trying to fix bugs. The low-hanging fruit, got it. Got to keep the masses happy. Dude, I have a good feeling about this one. Mr. D-Boy had to shave his beard. So many sales. $38 positive. That's you're on your way, dude. That's awesome. Let me put my camera back on. Sorry, I was stuffing some eggs in my mouth while I watched. I'm loving it, lol. Yeah, it's great. I think the early access is a smart move. Do the reviews flow over to the release? Do you know? Or do they reset when you release? Oh, that's good. Awesome. Congratulations. I'm gonna have to I don't know, is it smarter for me to wait And be one of the ones who, when you launch, it counts as a sale to try and, can I gift it? Is that, maybe I can cheat. Does a gift purchase count as a sale the way that a purchase does? Bro, Hulk Hogan dead. Cardiac arrest. R.I.P. to a real American. I am. Oh, man. What's a gift purchase? Is that a thing you can do in Steam? I don't know. I'm just wondering if I should hold out on like purchasing so that I can be one of the ones to like pull the trigger when you're out of early access. How long do you think I've been revoked? Okay. Right when I open Steam. I'm revoked. I've read this message. Okay. I don't even know what this means. Oh, the beta test is ended. Okay. Man, so harsh. Mr. Farm Boy. "71 years old. My dad is older than that. Has my dad been stronger than Hulk Hogan this whole time? I don't know. Has he been less racist? That's the ultimate question. He's 100% less racist. That's what counts. All right, let me hang on a second. I have to get my credit card. Well, presumably outward facing. I'm not aware of my father's online persona. He's been very chill with my black brother-in-law that married my sister, but maybe that's because he has to be, or his secret will get out. It's all very complicated. You brought up a lot of good points. I didn't bring up any of this. Okay, my wife's bringing the credit card. You're going to get another cell here in a second, Mr. D-Boy. But see, I'm wondering if I should wait. Does this mean you get my address? Is PayPal an option? I don't know. Is PayPal an option? Yes. And I'll do it with a little thing, like in Spanish. Okay, I did it with the little thing when I replied to my wife. By the way, I love my Jeremy Sheps. My Jeremy Sheps the best. He's the best doggo. Jeremy Sheps. All right, Jeremy Sheps, here you go. You can lick my plate. Here, two things. You can have my yogurt, and you can have my eggums. Yes, Can you do? Okay. Here, let me turn the volume down. Know what Mama thought happened? Because you screamed for help and you were gone, so she thought someone took you. You know how scary that was for her? Okay. How about I don't share any contacts? Why are you making me share contacts? I don't want to. I don't see it. All right, we're all figured out. I'm gonna hit the purchase button right now. Here we go. Don't dox me. Don't dox me. I gotta hide it. I gotta hide it. Okay, we're not doxed. All right. That's another sale. Well, congratulations, Mr. D-Boy. I have no doubt that the game's gonna do well. I'm glad you went through with it, and I had thought you had already. That's why I was. It's funny when you were talking to me about concerns and stuff. I was so confused, and I was like, I don't see the problem. Just like, this and that. But I'm glad that you're in early access now and ready to go. Yeah, I wish you the best success. Hopefully one day I can have a game that I can release and sell. That'd be cool. All right. So now we're trying to set this stuff up. And we're getting these errors on connecting the gates. And it's known to add child gate for gates. These gates do exist. Well, this is it. This one? Really? All right. We're gonna be the Red Cross country.
I'm a dang rotisserie chicken. Oof! Oh! Oh! I'm a dang rotisserie chicken.
Previously freed. All right, let's just make this a couple of seconds then to test this. Start time. We're going to say 10 seconds. We'll count this down really fast. What is that eerie sound? It's a diesel boat engine. I'll turn down the sound effects. Let's do... This is like a Bahamas flag, right? All right.
Woohoo!
Look at that. Apparently I got a high score at some point. Invalid parameter. Let's check gates and see what we have. Array size is 9. Objects are in there. Add child gates. So when we add, do we need to duplicate? Is this our problem? For each gate in gates, I think we need to duplicate gates. Our new gate. Gate duplicate. Duplicate. Right? We'll say gator so these all break. New gate. You could call these water gates. What I did there? They're water gates. What I did? Watergate. They're water gates, guys. Watergate, let's see. I'm just gonna go ahead and break into the BNC building here and steal a bunch of files. Watergate. Don't do it! Calvin! Calvin, don't do it! Oh, Christ, Calvin! Sweet Jesus, Lord on heaven's high! No! He's a doggo. His name is Calvin. And he loves Papa so. Rub rub my prop brush roll. Tell everyone what you're thinking. Widow, that's the government taking our canine something, etc. We have to get it back. Something, we're losing something, etc. And so on. Var. We're gonna lose. How's it going? All right, so now we're duplicating these instead of using the one that we prepackaged in the array. Maybe we could spell duplicate right. That might help. Trying hard to implement the SEO. I'm just working. Doing the boring ass shit that needs to be done in order for this to be a complete idea. Alright, again.
Yeehaw!
Previously freed. Vessels. There's a bunch of gnolls. Bum. 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 In vessels. Whoa! 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 Bad Jeremy Sheps. Ba 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 da ba ba. Why are we previously freed? We duplicate. Alright. Vessels. What is vessels? Where are you coming from? Where are you coming from, friend? Ah. Uh-huh. Ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Mm-hmm. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Colin, how's it going? Which one's the French flag? Is it? See, now we got two different ones here. It's the red on the top, right? Or is it this one? It's white, blue. There's those colors. Which one is it? Or is it? It's this one. It's this one. Right? But there's also a red, white, and blue one. Right? That's Russian? Which one's the... Damn it! I'm here coping... It's blue! Okay, it's this one. Yeah, there we go. I'm coming here for the good vibes. Oh, that's good. Well, hopefully they're around. We're just intentionally trying to... Okay, this is a good sign. Okay, guys, hang on a second. We're in a really good sign here. This is a good sign. I just gotta get one goddamn point. I didn't give myself enough time to get a point. Okay, try again. Okay, so we're not resetting player position. Okay, hang on. This is a good sign, though. We need to give ourselves a bit more time. I just don't have enough time to test this. Alright. So let's make ourselves 15 seconds instead of 10. Tacos are delicious. I love them. They're so good. Tacos taste real good. I love to eat them now.
Yeehaw!
Tacos are real good. Love to take tacos. Tacos are my favorite.
Woohoo!
Love them all the time. Tacos are the best. They are real good. Tacos. That's a lot of tacos. Ah, it came back. Okay. And the boat reset. Okay, so our position's not resetting. So now the question is, do we have a major leak of some sort? Okay. And if we try again, bloop, everything magically reappears. The boat goes back to its original spot. And obviously we don't want the high score to be what it is right now. We want the player position to be reset. But the main thing is the stuff getting reset. The number is missing from this. How did that happen? Try again. The number comes back in. The number is missing. That's curious. But everything else looks okay. That's a weird bug. Okay, so we got to reset the player position. We're almost there, ladies and gentlemen. Now, do we really need to duplicate? This is the question of our time. Do we actually have to duplicate? Duplicate. Do we need to duplicate? Let's find out if we just say this and this, and then we got to check for orphans and stuff, see how bad it is. Unless it's boobies. What's everyone doing? Streamer's bad at his own game. Well, I did change the controls because everyone was complaining about it, and now I have to do a bunch of work to make the controls how I want it, as well as how they want it. So I blame chat. That's what I do. Like any good streamer.
Yeehaw! Woo!
Okay. Oh, we're going underneath the world. We're okay now. Alright, try again. So yeah, we do need to duplicate. So that was right as well. Look at us. Go on now. Look at ourselves. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Wow, 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 wow. That's what you get. I know. We gotta throw in some what do you call it? I don't know. We gotta make the game not suck, guys. What are we doing about that? So we need a starting position that we can kind of change and move around. I guess what we could do is at the beginning here, we'll just say whatever the rigid body. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Whatever the rotation and position of the rigid body. I guess we could just get the entire transform. Only thing is I bet we're gonna go jumping in the air if we reset it, just like the boats do. Is there a playable build somewhere? I can add you. It has the new controls that suck though. Oh god. So you're gonna play it and you're gonna be like, the controls are awful, and I'm gonna be like, I know. I just changed them because people complained that they were awful, so that part wouldn't be awful, but then now it's still awful. No, I'm not sending you a playable build just yet. It is playable though. There is a build out on the web, but I'm not sending it to you, Colin, until I get the controls right. Or at least this other element fixed. Well, what we added to the controls, it's not going to take too much work to get it going. Yeah, it'll still suck. But you can press and hold forward, and it'll just paddle for you. Because people were complaining about their precious hands and having to tap too much.
Woo!
This is how you do it.
Woohoo!
Woo! Woohoo!
Yeehaw!
Try again. Everything comes back like magic.
Woo!
I think we already have some orphans all the time anyways, right? But how bad is it? Oh god. Okay, hang on. No, it wasn't the current. You paddle, but the animations aren't really reflecting that.
I'm a dang rotisserie chicken.
You are. Jesus! Orphaned nodes up the ass. But the main thing is we don't end up with more when we try again, do we? No, we don't. Where are these orphans coming from? Oh, it's because I have the... Okay. Yeah, that number's probably right. That number's probably right. They're not... It's not... I know they're orphans. They're my friends, okay? Leave me alone, game. Try again. Okay, so we're not creating more orphan nodes. So the orphan nodes are basically we take the stage and then we record. We just cache the collectibles, the gates, and the vessel stuff. And then we just hold that somewhere. So when we need to do the reset, we just go, hey, what was it supposed to be at the beginning? And we grab all that. And because of that, the game is like, you got all these orphan nodes. And it's like, well, yeah, but it's okay. I know about them. They're mine. We're taking care of it. So the question we have to do here is just to make sure that we have a good total. So how about we just go like this and we just say print. And we'll just do a count of everything. Just to make sure we're good. See, we're removing child. That's what's creating the size of gates plus collectibles size plus vessels size. And the thing is this isn't even all the nodes though, because is this going to count all the like children? I think it is. So it's like, it's kind of weird about it, right? Yeah, 62. But then there's like the children nodes. Everything that makes up the thing. I don't know. It's not growing. It's not growing. We're gonna hold that at bay for now. Can we get a size? Can you get all children? Like, cursively? There's child count. There's the number of children of this node. Internal children are not counted. What? These nodes are ignored by... I'm sure we're fine. We're gonna leave it. For that. Yeah, so the gameplay, Colin, is QWOP. And the left side of the keyboard is your left hand, the right side of the keyboard is your right hand, and then Q and P are forward, and W and O are backwards for each hand accordingly. But we got to re-add our coyote time to it. That's what's messing up me, at least. Because I still like to tap and flap. I like to tap and flap. You know. All right, so let's get a reset position of our player. Hit node, blah, 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 physics process, blah, 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 player, blah, blah, blah. So this is called inner tube. Let's see when we first talk to inner tube. When does that happen? Inner twab. That's how you say it in French, right? Inner twab. Inner twab. All right, so we'll say starting transform. I don't know. Var starting transform. Starting inner twab form. That's what that music really reminds me of. I'm not even sure how to say inner tube in French. What has he done to me? What has he done? Who am I? Who am I? Inner twab. Brain is a little fried. There's our inner twab. So now what we do is we take our starting inner twab transform, and then we say start game. Start game. Excuse. And we say inner twab transform equals starting inner twab transform. And now the reset should be a little bit closer. The next thing we need to do is reset the high score. Well, why don't we just do that right now? It takes like 2 seconds. Score equals zwa. That's French for 0, I'm sure. Zwa. It's so stupid. I'm so stupid. I'll pick something up. So it should reset like exactly before. Okay. Try again. It did not reset our transform. It's because we're a physics object. Ah, shit. Shit. Okay, so we got to do this with physics. We have to use a physics server. God damn it. All right. There is a literal function to do this that I found in Godot's docs that nobody mentions anywhere when you search for this on the web. Let me see. I'm just going to do some searching in the docs. I know I found it. And and I know that when I go to see what everyone else says, they give really bad advice. Well, not really bad advice, but just kind of advice that I won't take. It's a chamber of air. Okay. I assume that's what it means. Inner tube. Yeah, pretty much. It's like German. German's like, oh, the CPR machine is like called like life-giving, air-breathing into lungs device machine. It's like, oh, well, yeah, I mean, that's a very literal name for it, but yeah, very accurate. English, it's just like, oh yeah, that's the poopy derp. And everyone's like, huh? Yeah, it's the poopy derp. That's what we call it. It's just like, okay, I guess I'll say poopy derp and no one's going to look at me weird. And sure enough, you say poopy derp and everyone's like, yeah, that's a poopy derp. Oh, it's a poopy derp. Okay. How's it going, Mud? Please pass the poopy derp. Jonas! My name is Jonas. I hope you're doing good. Inherited by inherits. No, nothing here. Position. I swear there was some sort of like set position or reset position. Let's try the physics server. What it's called? Yeah. Body reset mass properties. That's not it. I swear I saw this. Position. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. Get. There's a getter. Soft body. Set. Join body set shape. Set mode. Axis lock. Shape body. Blah 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 blah. Apply force. Constant. Where there was some sort of reset. And I saw it in the docs. And it's like, hey, this is what you want to use when Godot set physics body position. Set rigid body position. This is bullshit. This is wrong. Identity. So transform. State transforms. This is wrong too. This will work. But this is also technically wrong. There's like a function. I swear to God. There's a function that I came across in the Godot docs, and it's like, this is what you want to use. And it's written in such a way that it would be hard to find. This is in start games, instant stage reset. It's probably get rid body state transform. Constant to set get current transform matrix of body. Roger that. Transform 3D. So we're gonna say this one. See if this works. But I know there's like an actual function to do something like this where you just can say, hey, here's where I want to put everything. But this should work. I don't like it though. A way to reset the position of a physics body. We'll have 15 seconds to find out if this worked. Go, 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 go. Go!
Yeehaw! Woo!
Oh, we went under the stage. Oh, get out. There we go.
Ah!
Okay, try again. Hey, look at that. But we're still, our physics are still being applied. So we still need to reset our, just to be safe, because you can cheat, right? You could theoretically get some momentum going at the end of the stage, at the end of your time, and then hit try again, and then you would that would carry over with you into the next pass. So what we need to do is we need to reset the what are the two guys, help me out here. What's it called? The linear velocity and the angular velocity. Are there more velocities that I need to know about? Center mash and inverse inertia. Feels like there's a bunch of stuff here to reset. Linear velocity and angular velocity. These are the two that we want to reset. So can I just set them? Physics direct body state 3D. Physics body in the physics server 3D, allowing safe changes to physics properties. So this is on the thing. But this is from physics body direct state 3D. So can I grab this outside of here? I guess I could have a reset here. I don't like that though. That's stupid. I'd like to just be able to see what I'm doing here. The game looks awesome so far. Thank you. Would switching to a static body first before moving and then teleporting back to a dynamic? Well, I don't know that you can change types that easily. Like, React velocity, jQuery velocity also. Damn it, Colin. You had to bring the web into this. Why'd you do that? Why'd you do that? And if I had to pick, I would pick jQuery over over React. Is that what's the one everyone makes fun of now, but it's still actually really good? It's jQuery, right? Yeah, everyone shits on it, and it's become the PHP of JavaScript frameworks. It's like everywhere, but everyone shits on it. It's the fax machine of early Java animation, JavaScript animation. I'd rather use jQuery for the rest of my life than use React even once. Hell yeah, man. Dude, React is one of those frameworks where it's like, hey, oh, you've been away for a month? Everything is different again. Congratulations, you have to learn it all over and buy all new books. Go to all new conventions and courses. I still think it's a fine framework for tweening stuff. Like if you want to do like animations and stuff with JavaScript and you don't want to have to like do all the work. jQuery's fine. You got some jackass in some department who's like, it should really animate between these. The button should shake when you press it. You can still use React Angular like we did 10 years ago. All right, well. So it didn't like our disconnect thing here, but I think it might now. So we're going to throw that back in. And the velocity and all that stuff, right? So we got to fix that. So physics server body set state. So we have these different value variants. So we have different body states. Here we go. Linear velocity and angular velocity. Be nice if there was just like, okay. So we have to do this twice, 2 more times. And I guess we should do this on stage reset. So linear body state angular velocity, and we're just going to say vector 3 0, and then we'll do the same thing again, and linear velocity. Okay, let's see if this works. Yeah, vanilla JavaScript's probably the way to go now that all the browsers are sort of like in agreement.
Woo!
But JavaScript itself is also just kind of a nightmare. Okay, so we're moving, we're bouncing,
Woo!
we reset. Oh, we bitch about this. Okay, so we're gonna do this. Okay, that looks right. But the boat didn't reset. Now hold on now.
Yeehaw! Woohoo!
Reset. All right, I think we're good. So now we got to do the score. Did I not have the... I thought I did the score too. Score set to 0. But the Loblaw doesn't update. So even though our score... So what'll happen is the score will reset when we collect our first thing, technically. So it's going to show 100 once we go over this one. All right. He's not using a setter. Okay. Stage reset. Let's put this in stage reset at the beginning. So now if we start the game and we even screw it up here.
Might be enough spinning for one day.
I think it'll reset at the beginning. Yep. Look at that, Jacob.
Woo!
Okay, so we gotta capture the state. There's so many little things about this that we have to finish. Okay, so we can go back to 5 minutes on the clock. We're gonna keep it low because go back to menu. We want like back to menu maybe? I don't know. Why would you want to do that? I guess we could add that. We'll put 5 minutes back on the clock. Back on the board. So 5 times 60. 1,000th follower. Mud's got to have way more than that. What are you talking about? Man, Mud really packs like quality followers.
Please sit down and have fun. Just sit down and have fun, damn it.
David Hawley, thank you for the follow. Nope, I'm small time. No, but it's the quality of the followers. That's what matters. I go into your stream and people are chatting and being supportive and not trying to tear you down or tell you something you do. Some personality trait of yours needs to be adjusted or changed. Or everything, anytime you change what you're working on. I guess you're working on the same project, but they don't. Oh, I'm going to do AI again. And they're not like, fuck you, Mud! You don't need to touch that anymore! Nothing like that's happening. What's that about? What's that like, Mud? Tell me what that's like. Mud lives in a utopia. Safari doesn't give any shits. This is 100% go for sure. I'm a follower, therefore, yes. I've done it. I thought I was using the same random seed number for a bunch of different spots, but it turns out I was re-randomizing itself in between two functions, even though it shouldn't have. That took forever. You got it worked out, second? Nice. They actually are kind of like that when I touch AI specifically. Yeah. What do they know? What Pico 8 game have they worked on? That's what I say. That's what I say. I'm going to go grab a soda to keep me going here, boys. I'll be right back. Put on some music for you. All right, I'm back. Still kind of busted, but better. Yes, my simple grid of rooms mansion generator has been accomplished. Who would have known it would take a human so long to randomly arrange boxes on a grid? Indeed. Back. Lots of bangers in those talks. Oh, guys, can I show you something really quick? Colin, you'll appreciate this. It's Tim Kaine talking about how they did the original Fallout. How they did memory in the original Fallout. You guys want to hear this? It's like 5 minutes. Fallout's memory model. And pause the background music. No, but this is, it's funny to hear him do, you'll see.
Hi everybody, it's me, Tim. Today I want to talk about Fallout's memory model. I had a good time talking about the foot sliding problem in the previous video, and that was kind of where programming and art came together.
So I'm going to skip forward. He talks about the compiler and how he found a compiler bug where it would sometimes, when you would ask for memory, it would give you a chunk of memory that was already in use. I guess we'll just listen to that part, but then he actually starts to describe the memory layout. And this bug that he's describing is one of the reasons I think they went with this, but it's also really just like, kind of like a, oh yeah.
This talk is purely programming. It is how we addressed memory use in
All right,
Fallout.
we're going to lose you.
Fallout 1, for those of you who are using numbers. It's an incredibly good example of game development in the 90s. In fact, it's such a 90s story that if you listen carefully in the background, you can probably hear Germany reunifying. What you need to know as context, well, I'm going to give a lot of context. PCs were wildly different. We were making games for IBM PC and Tandy's. There were a lot of different manufacturers, lots of different video cards. I talked about how VESA became popular enough that by the time we made Fallout, we could just assume people would have a VESA driver, where in my previous game, Rags to Riches, couldn't assume that, and you had to ask people what kind of card they had. What's important for this video is that the minimum spec for Fallout was very low, particularly for memory. It was 16 meg. 16 meg is not a lot. It's very little memory. To put it in a visual perspective, if you're looking at the screen for Fallout, which is 640, 480, 48 of those screens is all the memory we had for the entire game to run in. So all the code, all the data we had to keep, all the art we had to load, 48 of those screens, tops. So that wasn't much memory. We actually, to be honest, we had far less because we said you need a 16 meg machine, and of course the Windows or DOS took up space on that, and other things took up space. We didn't have a lot of memory to work with. So we had to be really, really, really careful with it. And we tried, but in the end we had to handle memory ourselves. And this is basically the story of why. Fallout was made on the Whatcom C compiler. Now I'm going to tell you, I like that compiler, so don't misconstrue this story. I like that compiler, but with a big but. And I like big buts, and I cannot lie. This is the story of me finding a really, really bad bug in the compiler very early on. I think this happened in 94. Might have been 95, but I'm pretty sure it was 94. I was working on the very early version of Fallout's engine, and I was getting memory overwrites. And that occurs when you're writing out data and it's going to the wrong places. Like I'd write out data. I discovered it because I was zeroing out some memory, and some other data got zeroed out. And it took me a while, but I traced it
gay.
to Realec, which is one of the standard C library calls. C lets you handle memory with basically 3 functions. Malloc, which you say, I want a block this big, and it gives you the block. Realec, which is you give it a block and say, I need this block to change size, either smaller or bigger, and it gives you back a pointer to a new block, which is the size you asked for, and if there was any data, it transferred it over. And then free, which just says, I'm done with this block, you can get rid of it. I found a problem with Realec. Specifically, sometimes Realec would give me a block that Whatcom had already given to someone else as memory. I wrote them, because back then customer support had an email. I emailed them, and they didn't believe me. In their defense, I'm sure they get tons of people telling them the compiler's broken, and it's not really, it's just they wrote bad code. Bad programmers love to blame everyone else for their code. Actually, bad people do that on everything they do. But anyway, so what I did is I wrote a very simple program. It was just a few lines long. What it did is it malloced a bunch of blocks, so it made an array of blocks, and the array stored the pointer to the block and how big it was, and that was important. Then I made a loop, and that loop was really simple. It would pick one of those blocks and reallocate it to a new size. Remember, reallocate changed the size of the memory block. Then it would loop over all the blocks and would make sure that, given where they started and how big they were, none of them overlapped. And if it did, it would print out like memory integrity failed. Very simple program, create the blocks and then a loop that just said reallocate check, reallocate check, reallocate check. You could run that program, and within seconds it would stop and say memory integrity failed. So I mailed them that program, and I said, I'm pretty sure the bug's in your compiler. If it's not, tell me where the bug is in this piece of code. A few days later, they wrote me back and they said, we have a bug in Realec. We will fix it. The patch will be out soon. So luckily we got that fixed. Just so you know, moving forward, it was very difficult to trust. You'd find a bug and you're like, is that me or is it Whatcom? But I can tell you something. Other people at Interplay were using Microsoft's compiler, and I'd hear things from them like, I don't know if this is a bug with me or a bug with the compiler. Because frequently back then, the optimization flags would introduce bugs. So you'd optimize for time or for space. So you'd ask it to compact how much memory you're using, or you'd say, hey, make this chunk of code as fast as you can compile, as you can optimize it. And sometimes those flags would introduce mistakes. So anyway, it wasn't just Whatcom. I moved past it. But what we decided to do was, moving forward,
here it is.
We decided to handle memory ourselves, and I will describe how that worked. When Fallout started, it called malloc one time and grabbed one enormous block of memory and just went boom and set it aside. And we never called malloc again. What we did was, when the
so it's funny because this is kind of like a quote unquote like modern solution too. This seems like the way to do it. When I started learning about like alloc and malloc and all that stuff in C, it became clear to me. It's like, wow, if you know your minimum requirements, you malloc exactly what you need in RAM, and then you just don't do anything else with it, and then you manage what everything inside of it is doing.
We would call one of our functions, and it would give a portion of the memory out of that big block.
And another side effect he's about to
malloc,
describe.
Realec, and free ourselves using that one block of memory that when the game started, it grabbed. If it couldn't grab it, you weren't a min-spec machine. The cool thing about this is the game itself didn't store direct pointers to the block, so you weren't returned a pointer to a block in memory. You were given a handle. And if you wanted to actually use that handle, you would call a function saying, hey, lock it. Lock the handle, and that lock would return the pointer that you used. And while that block was locked, that pointer was always valid. And then when you unlocked it, the block wasn't thrown away, but you couldn't access that memory block again unless you locked the handle. And the reason for this was compaction. What we could do is, if we had that one big block of memory and we had a lot of blocks that were assigned inside of it, any block that wasn't locked we could move it. We could copy it to a new location and copy, you know, including its all the data it had. And we knew because it wasn't locked, nobody was using that pointer, so it was safe to do so. Why would we want to do this? Well, what we discovered when we were starting to develop Fallout, because we had so much data we had to store, and the game was Super VGA, which at the time was new and was using way more memory than VGA. We discovered that many times the game would run out of memory, but it wasn't out of memory, it was just out of contiguous memory. Like somewhere somebody would go, give me 1,000 bytes, and it would go, can't give you 1,000 bytes. But the total memory being used wasn't the full size of that block. It was just, there was no place where 1,000 bytes were free in one contiguous line. There may be 500 here and 500 here. Because we used handles, we could take every block that wasn't locked and shove it down. So compact it into one spot, which would free up all the memory that was free would be one big block. This allowed us to get by on much less memory than we would have had to use if blocks were just being created and destroyed and fragmenting up memory. This in turn let Fallout run on much lower spec machines than it should have been able to at the time. And this was really important to Interplay and to marketing, because more people could buy it. It opened up the number of people who could play this game. Now, I'll tell you, these days, you tell these people the story these days, you don't need this. Windows uses a virtual address space and page tables, and whenever you ask for memory, you're given memory even if it's not available yet. And then as you access memory, Windows underneath will load in and out, will redirect your use of memory to an actual physical memory in RAM. So you may think you have, you know, a gigabyte of memory that your program is using. Really, it may be using far less than that of actual RAM, and the rest is all virtual. But back then,
which is incredibly slow. And this is the funny thing. He's like, you don't have to worry about this now. But it's like, actually, you kind of do even more because you can't trust it, right? So the argument he's giving for not having to worry about it now is actually like more of an argument for why you should. Anyways, I think it's interesting because this is like a common thing among people that think about this stuff. And I thought it was really interesting to see him talk about it in like 94. When did Fallout come out? It was like pretty early, right? 97. Anyways, back to work. Since the 60s, yeah. It's just funny. It's like, you know, I just took a big block of memory and then I decided what to do with it and stopped, you know. That's great. The code is way simpler. Yeah, that was the thing when I was first touching C, that the 3 weeks that I was messing with it, I was like, this isn't going to work. Like, it is pretty easy to, it's easy to manage, but it's also easy to like kind of mess up pointers and everything. And, but yeah, if you just take it and you go, okay, I'll handle it. And then it's a lot easier to think about. Okay, I think I still have my implementation of a simple static memory arena on Discord or something if you're interested. Someday I'll get, look, I promise that I'll be down in the managed memory worlds at some point. Let me just start making some money and then we'll get there. It's 50 or so lines. Nice. Okay, so we're resetting the password, we're resetting our boat position, we're resetting the vessels, we're resetting the collectibles, but we are having this issue with the gates not showing the number. Let me double check the gate scene. Did we hide something? No. There it is. So let's try and figure out what the hell's going on here. Thanks for the vid. Yeah. Yeah, you too. See you, Colin. And essentially, it is no different than creating your own malloc. You're just using malloc to do the initial malloc, and then you're creating your own version of it inside of it. Okay. So we have a time sprite. It's using a sub viewport with text in it, and we're not seeing it. It's weird, right? What is going on here? Is the texture sub viewport?
Ah!
What does the sub viewport look like? Maybe. It's so weird. So we need to be on our own, a separate layer than the light source, right? So if our sun, because I don't want them to cast the shadow. Our visual instance is layer. We don't have any named calls. I feel like I've already messed with these and I should have been naming them. Let's get rid of the call mask here. And then we'll put the star on that visual instance instead. And I think I'm going to need to refresh. So now they shouldn't have a shadow cast to them. Does this also mean they're not going to be lit by the sun? Uh-oh.
Woo! Yeehaw! Woo! Yeehaw!
You still have a shadow. Ah, cast shadow. There we go. Okay. Now, let's get these son of a bitches rotating. Should we make them these diamonds instead of the star? Let's see what that's like. I feel like the star would look better in rotation. The diamond just kind of looks samey. Unless it was, yeah, the diamond's kind of dull. They look like rocks. Kick rocks! That's what we say to the diamond.
Oh!
Are the flags multiple meshes? The flags might be better than the if we do flags, maybe we should do flags for the gates instead of the gates. So you pass through the flags. So it's even more like a slalom thing. My message on Discord, what was that? Oh, the secret
Ooh.
Odin and Raylib. This was a while ago too. That was the crazy part. It's that I did it a long time ago. It was like a year ago. And I got something going and everything, and I was like, damn, this is fast. We could do hearts. Power yellow. We could do lightning bolts. But I feel like that implies some sort of energy or something. Energon levels. Recharged. But then what would a heart be compared to this? Is this like a speed thing? We got railing. So we definitely want to throw these into the stage. We got springs. Should we put fucking springs in the game? Boing. Hell yeah, we should put springs in the game. Do we have time for this? Probably not. Sky, how's it going? Rubber ducks, I'm not sure. We've got bombs. Very Wario looking bombs. And beach balls. I think we should throw in just some floating beach balls for fun. That'd be fun. We could try a heart, see what that looks like. I guess if it was yellow, it doesn't work as well. Ah, the stars. We're gonna go with the stars. Do we have something like green, though? We do have green. Blue's probably not a good idea because of the water. Red kind of implies danger, so it's between the yellow and the green. Let's see what it looks like with green. We'll just throw it in. Yellow. Look at that LOD. You see the LOD on that? I saw it. Trying to hide from me. Let's change the roughness. Can we make this shiny? We want this to be shiny. Oh, to one of these sons of bitches. It'd be nice if they sort of like glowed too, so maybe we'll do a mission on them. Is this really what I should be spending my time on? Probably not. But it's none of your business. So back off!
Yeehaw!
Alright, so now we're shiny. And let's get these sons of bitches spinning. Don't we already have something rotating with the gate? So this is just us rotating some shit. Really should be able to skip all this. There they go. So they're just rotating once a second. But we could have an adjustment for that. I think this is fine. I would like an emission on them to glow. But I would need to match the entire texture and figure out what the hell is supposed to be. Bum, bum, bum. Can I just turn it on? And just do one? Do I need the texture for it? Let's go! Yeah! You know, the only thing we're not doing for the reset is the time of day. And I think that's fine, actually, not having the time of a day continue while you're playing. Unless we do something that's sensitive to it. Like, I was thinking that the ghost ships would only show up at night. So part of a run would be like, okay, I'm gonna save the ghost ship area for night. Yeah! Bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Now they're gonna glow even at night. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. I need ways of controlling a bunch of stuff that I'm not. Bum, bum, bum,
Yeehaw!
We want a good clean yellow. And it was yellow.
Ooh!
And it was yellow. That's looking Mario-ish. Bum, 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 bum. So what happens if we go with unshaded now? Looks like shit. Oh, we can't do emissions on unshaded. It looks like shit. Now there's a world setting on this too. This is looking good. I think we're good. Look at those stars.
Oh!
Dun, dun, dun. They look so pretty. Okay, we'll call it a day on the stars. I mean, it is the pickup, right? So we do want it to kind of... ambient occlusion. Oh, multiply. I got chills! They're multiplying. Oh, they don't want it. It's okay. We'll keep it. They changed, yeah. They look more power-uppy, Jacob. More power-uppy, don't they? They are projecting a weird little dot below them, though. What the hell is that about? What the hell is that about, guys? You guys seen that little dot? That's weird. It's a dubious dot, indeed. Well, it's a bug, and we're just gonna leave it. Let's commit what we've done so far today, boys, and continue onwards. Onward, Christian soldier. Here we go. We're gonna just keep moving. Shadow. The shadow. So we did, stage reset. Stage resets, all collectibles, vessels, gots, and player. Adjusted star material to make more Mario-y. And added rotation. Gate, we're going to discard that. And then, I don't know, this just happens. You do things and then this just happens where it's like, hey, these things changed. So this always becomes MISC, because I don't know why it's thinking there's changes. I think it's the gates. Are the gates still a tool? Because that could explain it. They are. Let's get rid of that. That could be it. All right. Now, we need, I guess, God, all this shit. What about the core game? It's the player controller that's busted. We need to fix that. It's not busted. It's better now because you can press and hold, but we got to reintroduce the coyote time stuff. And so how do we do this? The way that I was doing it is if you pressed one hand, it would wait a split second, a fraction of a second, whatever the coyote time was, to see if you pressed the other one. And if you pressed them within the same time range, then it would be like, oh, okay, you meant for it to be a forward push, not like a left and then a right really quickly after each other. So we have to bring that back. And I was doing it individual hands, but I think we can just do a forward countdown, forward coyote, and a backwards coyote. The coyotes howl. Coyote. I am the coyote. Anytime you watch an old 90s TV show, there's going to be a moment where there's some like sage Native American who's like, but then it's a joke, right? He's like, no, man, I just live on the reservation. I'm just some guy. We're not all like that, or whatever. And all of it is just really awkward. Even like now you're like, wow, this, what? Who thought this was a good idea ever? I guess it's trying to break tropes, but then it's sort of like, because then the other thing is that then it's like, oh, now that I have an audience here. Oh, no, they're mostly gone. No, I'm just kidding. Let me do a poll. Next game. Here it is. 2 choices. Ready? Here's the question. What is my next 30-day game? Question mark. Is it a robot automation? They don't give me much space to type this in. Robot designer. Like a Zachtronics robot designer game, which we were talking about briefly earlier. Or is it a more of a Papers, Please, Lucas Pope style murder, genealogy murder investigation? And put it up for 10 minutes starting now. So we have a robot designer. So this would be like you're getting parts and pieces. You slowly, as you defeat levels or stages, you get points or money, and you spend that to get better parts that you can then put in and program. And the programming would be, you know, you'd have a per part basis that you could program like microcontrollers for that could then talk to other ones. And there are stages and stuff that it's like, oh, you start out with like a Roomba type thing, and it's like, okay, where's the wheels going to go? Where are the sensors going to go? And you're going to then program and talk to them. And then it's going to be like, okay, now put it in the room and watch it go kind of thing. Democracy Manifest. Yep. Const. Coyote time. On the coyote's second howl. Ooh. That's what those TV shows would be like. I think that's from an SNL skit, actually, is what I'm. How did you pronounce coyote? How everyone pronounces it, coyote. On the coyote's second howl, at the full moon, the western facing full moon of coyote's second howl, look towards the valley. Let's see here. Look at all them chickens. Look at all them coyotes. We got votes coming in? It's 50-50 right now. Let's put the poll on the screen. Remind everybody. I think I have a poll. Clients, display, camera, current poll. Come on, guys. Boop, 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 boop. There it is on the screen. You can affect democracy. Your vote matters. Let's name it Robots, so everyone votes for that one. We could make love-making robots. Is that allowed on Steam now? What if it's robots having sex with robots? Is that okay? Hey, it's nice that we're having our puritanical swing, and that's coming back again. Good old, now we just need a satanic panic. Probably have that with AI, I think, pretty soon. Total disgrace. Ludicrous display. It's alright. I'm a co-working stream, that's what I am. I'm okay with this. It's all right. It's okay. Jesus loves you. Idle hands work for the devil. It's a good sign that nobody's voting. Everyone's working hard. I'll lay my vote in. You guys will know this was me. I really do want to do the murder investigation thing. Both of them are going to be difficult in their own way. The programming stuff for the robot designer will be a bit of a B. But I actually have a lot of the node stuff already done because of something else I'm working on. Alright, I just swayed the vote towards that. Is anyone going to counter me? I did actually. I set it up last night and nobody voted, so I deleted it in shame. Nobody even responded to it. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, I guess I'll delete it. That's why I help out a notification. That was me. I was like, no, all right. Is it over? I'm still counting down. You can still affect the outcome. So the robot designer is literally going to start with just me going like this. We're going to go in 3D, mesh instance, and literally almost the same as the inner tube. We go like this. And we go like, okay, there's our Roomba. And it's like, oh, we need some wheels. Okay. We'll go like this. just to get started. We'll be like, all right, wheels look like this, right? And so then the radius needs to be a little bit smaller. Okay, so there's a wheel. It's going to be like that to start with. But I do want it to be 3D. So here's some more descriptions about this. It will be 3D and it will use physics because I want it to recreate the real problems of like, oh, there's stairs and it'll like, you know, it'll go down the stairs unless you set up a sensor on it and check for that kind of shit, right? And I think it's more fun to do it that way. The physics, like giving it like the real world and maybe even having problems with infrared light and sunlight coming in and having to actually deal with those kinds of problems in the design of it as part of like the design, you know, problems that you would have. But gamified, right? So we fabricate the real life problems, but we gamify, we make it fun still, you know? Whatever that looks like. The thing I worry about with both of these ideas is they're pretty systems heavy, and I'd like to be playable as quick as possible. This time around especially, I want to be able to put the game in front of people at the beginning and be like, hey, just kind of mess around with it. Is there an example that's close to that? Not that I've found. There's some of these games where you pre-program, okay, the robot goes forward, and then it goes left, and then it goes right. And in those kinds of puzzle games where you're like on a grid and everything like that. But this would be more like, you know, maybe an algorithm for the Roomba is, hey, when you detect a bump against something, pick a random direction in a range between this and then go there, you know, and that's it. And then it's just in a room with a bunch of furniture and shit in the way, and it's just trying to figure out its way around it. And so, like, I'm imagining that the first stage, this whole thing might be only to get the first stage going. I don't know. But it's like you're in a room and it's dirty. So there's a representation of like dirt on the floor. And you have your Roomba going around, and at the end it's like, this is how fast it went. And it gets some sort of grade, and then somebody else's high score might show up and their grade is better than yours, right? And it's like, damn, they did better than me. What did they do? So that kind of thing. A little bit like what Wallaber has with, because Wallaber's Replicute is very Zachtronics as well. A Bot Wars, Adam Learns Live did a Bot Wars custom game programming thing years back. Let's see if I can find it. I can't see it. I think he killed it. I don't know how well it did. Okay. I know exactly the kind of music I want on this thing, though. All right. Well, the robot one won today, so that's one for the robot game. Boop. Isn't this song a bit of a meme? Didn't that guy do like a Fortnite song about this? Botland.
Welcome to Botland, a strategy game with a focus on in Botland, rather than directly controlling your bots, you'll make scripts. From the basic script that you see here.
Yeah, we're not doing this. We are not doing a Scratch style programming. This would either be node driven or assembly, looking like assembly language. One or the other. I'm not sure exactly which.
Here, to complex strategies that you refine over time. But don't worry, you can start small. Equip your bots with weapons and support hardware to give them different abilities in battle. Choose from a huge number of styles to get exactly the look you want. Protect your computer from other players. Attack those players and watch yourself climb in the rankings.
My wife just gave me some meat to shove in my mouth. You guys want to see if I can fit this whole thing in my mouth? What? Do I need a fork? Pop, please. I don't think I need a fork. It is a little bit of a mukbang channel. I've been chewing gum this whole time today. You. Okay, I'm gonna start shoving this meat in my mouth.
unlock new hardware, invent strategies, and rise to the top. Play now for free at bot.land.
No. So it wouldn't be like this. Yeah. Well, you got it wrong, Jacob. But yeah, no, it won't. It definitely won't look like this. But something like this, yeah. Nothing like this though. For the we want a node editor like this would be like, what do they call it in Unreal? Blueprints. See what went wrong. True. So was this a Steam game? No links to Steam. Due to lack of player base / monetization, it is no longer playable. Somebody's keeping this domain going that's not him. That's weird. Yeah, this would be like you're building consumer electronics, but that specifically have mechanical aspects to them. All right, I'm gonna hide my face while I shove this meat in my mouth. Okay. Sorry, I took it too far. 2015, last posted 2021. Wow, that's a big project to let go of. All right, how do we do this coyote time? This is my wife's homemade bread. It's really good. guess it's kind of like a BattleBots thing in the sense that the challenge is the problem space that the bot is trying to solve. Like if it's a package delivery drone, right? It's like, okay, how much lift do we need? I don't know. Maybe it's like a solar powered something and yeah. He tends to have, it's like you know, it's Rube Goldberg mechanics. All right, I'll be right back. I gotta use the restroom. All right, well, that was a nice little segue and research and stuff. Yeah, but I'm definitely not thinking 2D. I like the idea that the problem, the programming and everything about that is like two-dimensional, trying to interact with like a three-dimensional environment. Just throwing stuff in. No, I 100% appreciate it. I haven't done any research because I just sort of have an idea in my head of what it looks like. And I worry if I come across somebody else who's already done it, I'll just get defeated. But maybe not. Who knows? Ugh. I know it's a tough problem, but you got to make a hybrid of it or fix problems in those. Like for me, I was bummed when I saw Blood Boil. When I saw Blood Boil, then I was like, "Oh, this is nothing like what I wanted." And there's a lot of overly complicated stuff from the board game days. Gotcha. Yeah. My worry is that I won't be able to come up with enough different like, okay, there's the Roomba. What other automated house cleaning robotry is there? Right? Or automation with robots in like a consumer space is there actually? A robotry? So maybe we could do like factory arm, assembly arm stuff and programming those too. Like maybe that's it. Maybe it's a factory assembly line thing. And it's like, okay, you have this end product that you're trying to program, and you're literally programming robotic arms and stuff like that to do specific things. Yeah, this is straight out of... That's cool. Look at the overwhelmingly positive. Very positive. Recent reviews, overwhelmingly positive. Yeah. This falls into like the sim space. Some of the idea that I have. Could do a meta commentary about putting humans out of work. Race to beat humans, yeah. I'm getting excited after the idea. There's plenty to spin on. No, yeah, it's I think whatever it is, it's like it's you versus yourself. So it's kind of like that's the way I'm sort of imagining it, where it's like, oh, I got this score and I can do better next time. Something like that. Tightening the loop, exactly. And part of that is like, hey, to get to the next thing, you have to get this under this minimum spec thing. Like it has to come in at this cost, right? So maybe sometimes the goal isn't necessarily speed. It's just like it just has to be this cheap. But then sometimes maybe it is a speed thing. So it's that triangle of fast, cheap, or good quality, and it's like you got to pick two, or however it works. Yeah, fast, cheap, or good quality. So like the engineering, paradigm, and it's like, so in that range for contracts with businesses or people. Yeah, exactly. And maybe there is competition. Maybe it's your friends. Maybe there's like weekly challenges and you can go up against your friends, and anytime you beat your friend's score throughout the week, it like sends them a notification and it's like, hey, so-and-so is beating you right now. Like he's going to win the contract for the week. Something like that. I don't know. But I like the idea of going 3D with it, because nobody's really, from the stuff I've seen, nobody's doing that. So I think that's enough right there to be like, oh, this is different looking than the other stuff. Like it's an actual 3D thing. The robotic assembly line where you're just programming like I could just watch a shit ton of How It's Mades and start going, what's that? Like pause and be like, okay, what's that? Let's steal that idea. Like a conveyor belt. Okay, that's easy enough. Products fall down a line. You got sorting, right? You can have a sorting thing that looks at things and sees it with color and sorts it. Yeah, I love the idea that it actually has like real probability of mistakes and stuff like that, where it's like there is a margin of error with the machines and stuff where, you know, you end up with shit sometimes, and it's like, oh, does it continue? The mistake happens, and does it continue to try to build the product without mistake? And what kinds of problems does that cause? I don't know. Maybe something like that. A lot of I don't even know how you represent some of that. Lead in silly situations, yeah. Lots of explosions. Machines breaking down. Huge costs. Factory simulator. Robotic factory simulator. Automation simulator. I don't know, something like that. I think some of my problems here can be solved with a better, like a data structure that represents what's going on with inputs better. My problem currently is that we have to sort of cache the input and be like, okay, you want to do this thing, you press the button to do it. Let me look at this is why I was doing individual timers. It's when you are. So if you press left, like paddle forward left, right? But then you also press paddle forward right, and there's a moment of time. The gap is short enough where it's like, oh, okay, you're meaning to go forward. Because otherwise we apply forces to each on their own, and you end up kind of like doing this like snaking thing. And it's like if you're pushing them within close enough proximity to each other's time, it's like, okay, we need to interpret that as forward, not as like left forward or right forward. It's like a forward for both. Yeah. It's kind of like a state problem, but it's also a feel, right? Everything is right completely with the logic of it, but it doesn't feel right as a player, right? So it's like you have to like go, okay, the player is expecting it to be like this, or at least I am. And it's like, okay, well then I have to fix it. Yeah. Okay. All right, I have to get this finished. This is once I get this done, I'm going to end the stream. But this is the thing I got to get working. Yeah, sort of related to the bot idea isn't Ask Me Anything on YouTube. He pits YouTubers, even Justin Helps, against each other to make AI in his games for content. Huh? To make the best AI. Oh yeah, I saw him working on this. That's cool. He uses a graph blueprint system. Yeah, it's all math. I can't do that. Isn't it all math driven? Like solely math? I'm out. Skimner, how's it going? We're jamming. We're trying to. God, I think this is a problem I just need to cook on, guys. My eyes glazed over when hearing the extremely technical mathy parts, yeah. All right, guys, I've got to end it. I've got to do class with my kids. I'm going to be back here tonight. I'm going to let this cook in my head. This is something I have to think about offline for sure. Let's go ahead and raid. Yeah, sorry for the late start today, guys. This was a wash. We did get the reset is completely done though. So we have a full game loop now. I just don't want to put it in your hands again until I have the controls right, because they're still jank. The order that I'm doing this in isn't right. I think that's our biggest problem. The fact that I have to do so many checks is a hint that I'm not looking at this the right way. The old way was so effective, but it was a lot of. I compared whether or not both forward timers were going, and then I would use that. So I guess what I could do is if and we're comparing states. I don't think we need that either. That's for holding. All right, we'll work on this. Okay, guys. Who are we raiding? How many are watching? 19 of you. I appreciate everybody hanging out. 19 of you watching me. That's incredible. Thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate it. What a crap stream I presented to you guys today, though. I apologize for that. Not a productive one. Let's see. Yara's going. Connie's working on something, an overlay. Oh no, that's just a pachinko style game. Putting my way into a new flat. Yeah. Conrad, we could do Conrad. Hey, Conrad. Doing some pixel art right now, looks like. Much love to everybody out there. See you.